Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing well. In this video, I will cover Project 3. There are some changes to the instructions, so you want to watch this video so that you know what to do. And don't go by the instructions that are in the classroom. I will post updates in the announcements and any links that you need to materials. So let me share my screen and then we can get on with project 3. Alrighty. Okay, so in the classroom, you'll see that project 3 is the website banner advertisement, but we're going to cross that out and it is really now the landing page template design. It in its totality, it will be similar to the website banner. It will just be a landing page, a website landing page design that you will be working on. For this project, students will create a series of count it, five individual Photoshop images that visually transition from one image to the next. And this is not an animation. We're not creating animated GIFs, though you could use these in an animation, but we're just creating the still graphics, the single images. So when this project is done in week 8, you will have five images that all relate together in sort of a transitional stage. And I'll talk more about that as we go on. The first step for this week, week 6, is to pick the design that you will basically use. You will create one of these designs. And so I will provide a download for these 5 images, and you will select one and you will recreate it in Photoshop. So choose wisely there. Um, as I said, after you pick your image, which is the first step, the second part is to create it or recreate it in Photoshop. When creating your layout in Photoshop, you want to, of course, use layers. You want to keep the elements separate so that you can easily move them around. The better you do at this stage with creating pieces on layers, the easier it will be to create the other pieces, the other 4 in this series of 5. Type the title text, any subheads and things like that as you see them, the ones that you can read. Some of the stuff will be um, Greek or for position only text. But the stuff that you can read, you type that out and try to match the fonts as closely as you can. For the placeholder text, just use placeholder text. Make it look good, make it look real, but just use that text there. You don't have to try to create the copy or invent the promotion. You can just use Greek text for that. Create the layouts exactly as they are, except you have to use different images. You can't use the images that appear in the layouts. So you will have to create or find your own images. And I'm not going to leave you hanging. Not going to do it. You can go to pixels.com or Unsplash. I spelled that wrong there. It is unsplash.com. And you know what? I'm going to fix that right now so that let's go back a slide there. Unsplash. There we go. Back to business. All right. Dot, 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 dot. Okay. So pixels.com, unsplash.com, or searchcreativecommons.org. And you can find images in any of those sites that are free to use. So look them over and enjoy. Okay, so after you create your or recreate your layout exactly like the one that you choose, and using your own images and icons, um, you will save it as a JPEG and post it into the week 6 project forum. Okay, there's another mistake. I'm going to fix that right now too, because I like to have it right. There we go. Project 3. Okay, so You want to put that in the Project 3 forum, and be sure to comment on the post of at least 2 other students. Share your perspective on the images that they select and on the layout, how it matches up with the original. Also provide at least 2 ideas of what you think they can incorporate into the transitions, whether a particular image should move, or a particular color or something like that, how that might work. So that's what's due in week 6, and that's really it. It's the final, or this one image recreated and posted as a JPEG into the forum, along with comments to your classmates. So let's talk a little bit about week 7, which we will cover next week. But to just give you a more clear picture of what you're creating. So in week 7, you will take the image that you started, the first one, and you will create a series. So you will create 4 more images to create the series of 5. And if you think of the image that you create in week 6, use that as image 5 here. Use that as the end point, and then you will create transitions, image 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, and then the final transition would be number 5. You'll be posting the final digital images, but just want to remind you, it's always best to start out with sketches. In any design project that you're doing, where you have to be creative, where you have to solve a problem or figure something out, you want to start out with pen and pad, pencil and paper, sketch it out, and then you go to the computer. It always makes it easier. It may seem like it's not as easy, but you don't want to get to the computer into Photoshop and then really start designing. You want to design in your mind and on paper, and then use the computer to to visualize that, or apply it or create it. You are the creative. The tool is just like the helper, the assistant that helps you create the design that you've already designed in your mind. Hopefully you got that. Okay, um, so this was the image that I'm using in this example that I would have created in week 6. And then as I start out week 7, I start to create the transition images. And so if you look at this one, it's a little different. Now I've already done my sketches, and I've already thought about what's going to happen in image 2 and image 3 and image 4 to get to image 5. So this is image 2. You can see that the car has transitioned into the car and the little guy texting. This here has changed, and this information in the bottom has started to move up. And just showing you, this is really what you will submit in week 7. So you'll submit this series of transitions, and if you look over this, you can see how the car changes, how this, I've got this little form here. It moves up, moves underneath this area here, and then comes out on top there. And the same thing basically with the monitor here. It moves up and into place. And also you can see these icons transition from one icon moving into place to 2 icons to 3 icons, and then the final icons with the text. And so this is the final piece, but it's the piece that I started out with. It's much easier to start here and go back than it is to start here and go forward. And so that's how I would suggest that you make this transition. Now, the first one needs to be good and needs to stand on its own. As you can see, nothing's really covered up here that can't be read or understood. It's just talking about, affordable auto insurance. And so it transitions, giving more information. You can see the motion or interaction here as it's moving into its final stage. So again, this is week 7. Arrange all 5 of your images. Once you have all of those designed, you're going to arrange them all on one page, save as a good quality JPEG or PDF, and you will post that to the week 7 project forum. It's in week 7. Yes. Okay. Let me see. Is there anything else? Oh, yes. You want to include a brief summary explaining the transitions. Just kind of talk about what you did from stage one or image one to image two to image three to image four, and image four to image five. Just basically provide a narrative of the transitions. And then, of course, be sure to comment on the post of at least 2 other students. Share your thoughts on what is working and what might be revised. So in week 6, you just need the one recreated image saved as a JPEG. In week 7, you're going to present all 5 of the images showing the transition with a brief summary and, of course, comments to your peers. So, as I said, I will have the link in the announcement for the 5 images for you to choose from. I'm going to get back to those real quick just so we have those, you know what you're looking at, and I will have a link, download link, so that you can see all of these, and then you just, bring them into Photoshop and just recreate it, and you do your very best to make it look exactly like what is here. And you're just doing one of these, remember, exactly like what is here, and using your own images and icons. Okay. So if you got any questions, always, shoot me an email and I'll shoot you an answer. All right. So have a good day and we'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.